Hello, I'm Lucinda Peterkin and I am one of the co-producers of Waiheke Theatre Company. I'm also lucky enough this time to be directing our next production, Terry Pratchett's Wyrd Sisters. This is a dramatisation by Stephen Briggs and it's great fun. It is a family show, but it's also got a little bit of adult humour as well. There's lots of larger-than-life characters, a great storyline, and it's really a spoof on Macbeth with a little bit of Hamlet thrown in. We are opening on the 5th of August, so we're in the middle of production and rehearsals at the moment, and it'll be at Artworks Theatre. What we didn't know when we first decided to produce Wyrd Sisters was that here, living on the island, was one of Terry Pratchett's great friends and collaborators, Neil Gaiman. He's recently moved here with his wife Amanda Palmer and his son. And one of our cast, who is a great fan of both Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, was more than happy to be asked to interview Neil. So here we have an edited version of the full interview. We hope you enjoy it and do come and see the show.
Here I'm talking to Neil Gaiman, author of Sandman, American Gods, Stardust, Nancy Boys and Coraline, about Terry Pratchett, Wyrd Sisters, and living on Waiheke Island. So welcome, Neil. It's great to have you here. So there are a few people left who haven't heard of Terry Pratchett or read one of his books. So for those people, who is Terry Pratchett and why would you read him?
Terry Pratchett, Sir Terence Pratchett, who died about 6 years ago now, was for a while the best-selling British author, and when he was eclipsed by J.K. Rowling, I think he was fairly relieved.
Yeah.
Normally, in the intersection between what real people are and the ideas of fantasy literature, Terry would find humour.
Yes. So, talking about specific books, we're looking at Wyrd Sisters, and that was written just before you collaborated with Terry on Good Omens, and you knew him already then. So tell us about that.
And Terry and I met while he was writing The Light Fantastic, his second Discworld book. We had lunch, and by the end of that lunch, I was a journalist interviewing him. I think I was the first journalist ever to interview Terry. Mm-hmm. By the end of that lunch, we were friends. He phoned me up, and he said, "You'll never guess what happened." He said, "I finished writing Mort, and it was 200 words, and I had 200 words left to go. So I opened another screen, mm-hmm. and I wrote, 'When shall we three meet again?' And then I wrote, 'I can't do Tuesday.' And I remember the joy of feeling, possibly more than anything else that Terry ever wrote, that Wyrd Sisters was a journey of exploration. He knew that it started with the three witches getting together. Here's Granny Weatherwax, here's Geetha, here's Magrat. What are they going to do now?
Yeah.
And he went and found out.
We've got a rehearsal for Wyrd Sisters taking place just across the way there now, and you've got some of the best actors in the world. So what advice would you have for our cast in trying to capture Terry's characters?
Just remember that nobody should ever be funny. Comic acting should be zero. Mm-hmm. Just commit absolutely utterly to the characters, to the world, to the lines that Terry wrote, and it will be screamingly funny. Mm-hmm. Stephen Briggs's plays are not the novels. They're shorter. They don't have all of the things. They don't necessarily have all the footnotes. Yeah. They take you through the story, and they take you through the story in an amusing way, and that trusts that the plot will work and ensures that you can have a wonderful night out on the theatre.
Yeah.
And it will be fun, and it will be funny, but once you've had your wonderful night out in the theatre, you can always go and read the novel, and there'll be lots of jewels and magical things waiting for you to enjoy.